Hi everyone. Today I wanted to try to start a new segment on our channel for my Cozy Reading Corner. I thought you guys might enjoy being able to see the little books that I like to read sometimes on my homestead. Obviously, I love fiction books. I'm not so much into nonfiction. I usually like to read that kind of stuff online, not so much in a book form. So, the first one that I've been rereading is Little House on the Prairie by Laura Ingalls Wilder. This is one of my favorite series. I love the Little House on the Prairie series. I love the illustrations by Garth Williams. I love learning different things from Ma and Pa and Laura. And I just love the endearingness of the entire series. So this is one of my favorite series to actually reread. I have read this book since I was a little girl, and I love being able to come back and reread this one. And I'm actually reading this with a book club called The Enchanted Book Club, and you can find them on Instagram, and I believe it's theenchantedbookclub.com. So, my next one is Hind's Feet on High Places. This is actually an allegory, almost like Pilgrim's Progress, if you've ever heard of that. I had never actually heard of this book before until a friend of mine, Idlewild Cottage, on YouTube and Instagram, had showed that she was reading it. So I wanted to see what it was all about. And the storyline follows a girl named Much Afraid, and it is her quest to be taken to the high places with the great shepherd, who is Jesus. So, this is a really beautiful story. So far, I'm on chapter 9, and it is just a wonderful story to be able to go through, like for a Bible study or anything like that. It's very sweet, and it really does make you stop and think. So, I'm really enjoying this one. So, the next one is actually Alice in Wonderland, and this is the Puffin edition, the Puffin Classics edition. And I read this because of another book club that I'm in. It's called, I believe it's called What the Dickens book club, and they are on Facebook and Instagram, but everything is pretty much on Facebook for them. So I got this one because I thought the illustrations were beautiful, but unfortunately, even though the illustrations were beautiful, I did not actually enjoy Alice in Wonderland. This is my first time actually reading Alice in Wonderland, and I really, truly wasn't impressed with it. Like, I have to show you this one part where she meets a caterpillar, and if you look at it, he's actually smoking a hookah in this. And I was actually really shocked that they would put something like that in a kid's book. I know it was the early 1900s, but still, the illustrations were beautiful, and that's a big reason why I wanted to get the book. But the storyline, I really was not intrigued with. It honestly made no sense to me. And I know it's a nonsensical sort of book, but when I read, at least, I like to be able to understand what I'm trying to read. I like my storyline to have, to have purpose and to understand it and to not be so far-fetched. Like, I'm not a fan of Alice in Wonderland. I don't like Peter Pan. I don't like any books by Roald Dahl like Matilda and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, because they're all just a little strange to me. I personally like things that actually could happen. I'm not so much into fantasy. So, unfortunately, even though this edition is gorgeous, I did not enjoy it. So, that's just my take on Alice in Wonderland. And then my husband got me this for a Christmas present one year, The Complete Tales of Beatrix Potter. And I love this edition because we have a whole map of Beatrix Potter's world, and everything in here is all in order from publication so that you can actually follow along. Like right after Peter Rabbit, which was in 1902. Here's 1903, The Tale of Squirrel Nutkin. And this is a very, very thick book with all of her stories and all of the original illustrations. And I just love Beatrix Potter. I think that if I would have grown up in her time, she would have been a really good friend. She sees animals as friends and things that have characteristics and personalities like I do. Um, I write children's books as well, and all of my stories are all on animals and their personalities and the things that they do. And I love that she gives her animals human tendencies, like almost like anthropomorphic tendencies. Like they get dressed, they carry things, like they have little hidden lives like we do. And I try to make my characters not like Beatrix Potter, but that they have personalities and they have a little purpose into what they do, because that's how I see my animals too. So those are the things that I've been reading. I hope that you guys enjoyed this cozy little reading corner. If you want to see more things that I read, I will definitely make more videos as I continue to go through my stacks of books each month. So I will try to continue this every month for everyone. So I'm really happy that you guys joined me, and I hope that you guys found some new books that you might like to read. So thank you so much.